Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another set of Genshin reactions. Of course, Harshit's the one who requested these, and this is when the Mead first ferments and dance at the realm of heat. I don't know what either of those titles mean, so I don't really know what to expect out of these. I can't even get a vague idea of what those titles would be alluding to, except for dance at the realm of heat might be something to do with dancing. That's about all I've got though. So I guess I gotta listen to these and figure out what the story is behind them, and without further ado, let's go! Oh, wait a minute. I feel like I recognize this. But I haven't... This has to be from like a more recent region. I haven't really been to any of them. I just got to Inazuma. Why do I recognize this? I mean, it's littered with Latin energy. Maybe it just sounds like something I've heard before. Kind of like Afro-Cuban, maybe? It's got an island vibe for sure. Okay. This is much different. That, though. I've heard that before somewhere. Okay, that's gonna bug me. Maybe I've heard that like in a different song, that exact or very similar. Like, what the hell? That's gonna bug the hell out of me. All right, so I just went looking and I could not figure it out. I couldn't find out where I had heard this before. I even went into the comments, which I usually never do for these uploads just because they tend to have spoilers of things I'm gonna talk about. Got lucky this time, but somebody did bring up that it might sound like something from Clair Obscur. I don't think that's it. I went to go back to listen to like Lumiere and like I'm pretty sure that's the one they were referring to, and there is a similarity in the lead of that. The melody of it is very similar, but it's not the same thing. I think this must just be some sort of like Afro-Cuban reggaeton thing that other people have thrown into other productions I've heard, be it a pop song or some other indie record, but that specific thing, it's so specific. Like that exact, I've heard that exact climb somewhere recently, and I cannot place where, when, what it could have been from. It might have been another song from Genshin even. I did even look back at some of my old videos trying to see if I talked about anything that was like that, and I couldn't find it. So I'm not sure what exactly is getting on me about this one, but it sounds so hauntingly familiar to me. And I really can't place it, and it's bugging the hell out of me. It's a really neat song. I love the energy on this song. Great vibes, love the flute, of course, and it's just like all of this is just super fun and bouncy. Like I said, definitely very Afro-Cuban, maybe a little bit of like a Latin influence, kind of reggaeton maybe, just somewhere in that general family. It's like vaguely island, and it's kind of the best way to describe it a lot of the time when these sorts of songs hit. It's just, that's the energy, that's the vibe they go for. It's very party oriented, maybe a little bit of Brazil, you know, a little Rio in there. Like there's a lot of that in this, and it's just a really fun song. I don't know why the title is When the Mead First Ferments. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. I couldn't figure out any way. Maybe it's just something location based, like maybe they make mead there. I don't know. Maybe it's referencing something about the islands that I don't know. Maybe they make mead on islands. I don't know that. I don't pay attention, but the title was very interesting because I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Maybe it's kind of like a party drinking song, maybe, because mead is an alcoholic thing, so maybe that's it. I don't know. There's a lot about this song that was fun, and I was having a good time, but also it was bugging the hell out of me, that lead. I just love that. It's so good. It's all connected beautifully, and it just sounds so pretty. Like, what a chord to use, what a section, what a climb. At the same time, why can't I figure out what I've heard that in before? I must have heard that exact, and I'm talking like the exact phrasing of that passage too, like down to the rhythm, the da 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 da, like that exact beat. Like, what the hell? Why am I hearing that? I don't know, it's bugging me. I need to get my mind away from it, so I'm just gonna go right into Dance at the Realm of Heat. So I guess let's listen to that one, shall we? Oh, that's definitely leaning like EDM already. Kind of giving Martin Garrix a little bit. Pan flute. In EDM, it's more likely than you think. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, I love that, actually. What's it gonna do? Where's it gonna go? Okay, yeah, I was right about the title. Definitely a dancey thing. Like, dance party. 100%. Giant open air venue. On the side of the ocean. Would not be surprised. That is a beautiful blend. That's really fun. I love the pan flute there. The subtle, like, yeah, like right there, like the subtle bongos in there, like that's sick as hell. Hell yeah. So it just kind of hit me while listening to this one that this has to be Natlin, right? Which I assume the other song is also Natlin. I wasn't entirely positive, and the picture definitely gave me like a general vibe of what to expect. The island sound is super strong, more in the other one than this one, but this is definitely very clubby and very fun. Like I said, open air venue, very much a party track, and I love the blend of the flute in here and the EDM stuff just in general, every aspect of that, throwing in those fun little things, those samples in there of the bongos or whatever else, just little things in there. That one like vocal that was just like thrown out, like, hey, let's go, that's your drop vocal. Just a really good inclusion there. I don't know I'm sure it has to have some sort of significance to like the Afro-Cuban chunk, the Caribbean, something like that. They probably have that sort of like a yell is just part of like a let's go, kind of like the Hawaiian Islands have the chee-hoo thing that like, I'm not gonna try to do it, but you know what I mean, right? If anyone from that area or with family in that area can confirm or deny that in the comments, please do so. I assume that that's what's going on there with that like yell, but maybe it's just something that they were like, hey, that would sound fun. Let's have somebody yelling. That's energetic. They're right. It fits. It works really well as a transition into the drop. It's just a really nice addition. But it also totally makes sense that if it's Natlin, right? And this would be like the islands, like the Caribbean islands, in that area, like you get the Latin influence there. If that's what Natlin's core is, and this is supposed to be some like offshoot island just slightly off the coast, that would be just too perfect, and I would not be surprised if that is the case, if it's like a new area or something, like a place for a side event, something going on there. I wouldn't even be surprised if this is the current event going on, but I tend to avoid those because I wouldn't be able to get to songs like this if I'm constantly on top of it and paying attention to all of that stuff. So I like actively avoid new content stuff since I just started playing it myself. I'm like only sticking where I need to be in order to do the story. Like I said, I'm in Inazuma. That's all I've really gotten. I did go up to Nod Cry because I got Llama in the pulls and I needed to be able to level her up, so they allow you to teleport up there. I turned down the volume so I couldn't really listen to much of it. I think I heard maybe a total of about 2 minutes worth of the music, so I'm not spoiling myself here, trust me. But stuff like this is exactly why I don't listen to those and I don't pay attention to them, because then I wouldn't get this experience. I wouldn't be able to listen to these songs and try to guess what's going on in the context. If I go and play the game and I get the context, it ruins this entire thing I've got going on here. So I'm just purposely trying to avoid that and sticking to my guns of what I do in the game exclusively to that, and that way I can still listen to these and have a good time with everyone else and getting to hear that and share it with all of you. But I've also yapped about this plenty, so I will call it here. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you have any other songs you want me to get to from Genshin or anything else, by all means leave them in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you just enjoyed this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!